thing to do with how we play the game, 'cause Harts didn't come here to lose. No, Harts didn't come here to lose. Full court press and man-to-man, three-point goal and slam and jam, running and a gun and coming in the door. When they beg for mercy, just give them more. We beat the teams from the dusty cold towns in gyms big and small. We beat the teams from the valley and we make the news. Luck ain't got a thing to do with how we play the game, 'cause Harts didn't come here to lose. No, Harts didn't come here to lose. Turn up the heat and lock the gym. Throw away the key and press them again. Dive on the floor and get the ball. Take the charge and beat them all. We beat the teams from the dusty cold towns in gyms big and small. Beat the teams from the valley and we make the news. Luck ain't got a thing to do with how we play the game, 'cause Harts didn't come here to lose. No, Harts didn't come here to lose. Harts Creek's losses are few and far between. The coach and the players have paid their dues. Harts Creek gets serious when it plays the game, 'cause Harts didn't come here to lose. No, Harts didn't come here to lose. Harts didn't come here to lose.
Good evening, ladies and gentlemen, and welcome to another game brought to you by MVP Sports. Tonight's game features the Polka Dots versus the Harts Lions. This game played January 17th. This is a Cardinal Conference game. Harts, Poca, and Winfield are tied for second place in the conference with a record of 2-1. East Bank leads the conference with a record of 2-0. You can see the overall records. East Bank and Harts lead the way with records of 7 wins against 1 defeat. East Bank is the number 5 AA team. Harts is the number 3 single A team. Poca the number 4 AA team. This Cardinal Conference matchup is played at Kyle Garrettson Gym, January 17th, 1995. Stay tuned for the introduction of the cheerleaders, our national anthem, and the introduction of the starting lineups for each ball team. Good evening, ladies and gentlemen, and welcome to Harts High School and Kyle Garrettson Gym, the home of the mighty Harts High School Lions. This game will feature the D. Moles, Jill Whittington, Cassie Turley, Kylie Milam, Jennifer Bubar, Jenny Jo Helper, Cassie Anthony, Melanie Samples, Courtney Carroll, Miranda Milhorn, Rhonda Atkinson, Jessica Carruthers, Micah Persanger, and the dot, Jonathan Miller. And now let's meet the cheerleaders from Harts High School. Jamie Baker. Amber Fry. Georgiana Williamson. Tennille Adkins. Tia Dingus. Marsha Thompson. Angie Christian. Nina Browning. Lisa Mullins. Rona Adams. Tatum Dingus. Paula Manns. Jessica Lucas. And the Lion, Andy Mullins. And now, ladies and gentlemen, let us stand for our national anthem, sung by Anita Fry.
Oh, say, can you see by the dawn's early at the twilight's last gleaming, whose broad stripes and bright stars through the perilous fight o'er the ramparts we watched were so gallantly streaming, and the rockets' red glare, the bombs bursting in air, gave proof through the our flag was red way.
Ladies and gentlemen, let's meet the starting lineups for tonight's contest. First, from the visiting Poca team, with a record of 5 wins against 2 losses, 2-1 in the Cardinal Conference, coached by Alan Osborne and Fred Wright. Starting at guard, a 5'10" senior, number 34, Jonathan Dunn. Also starting at guard, number 22, a 5'9" senior, John Jabot. Starting at forward, a 6'4" senior, number 20, David Lyle. At a forward position, number 40, 6'4", a junior, Andy Newsome. And at center, number 42, 6'4", junior, Seth Lyle. And the rest of the Polka Dots. And now let's meet the Lions from Harts Creek. Coached by Harry Kirk and Terry Woolhead Tony. First, a guard, a senior, 5'9", Melvin Williamson, number 13. Also a guard, 5'11", number 42, Brad Vance, a junior. Also at guard, 6'2", sophomore, Brad Napper, number 23. Also at guard, a 6'1", sophomore, number 15, Courtney Dalton. And finally, a forward, number 40, 6'2", sophomore, David Fry, and the rest of the mighty Harts High School Lions. Game officials for tonight, Ron Christie and Doug Spry.
Good evening, everyone. Welcome to tonight's game between Poca and Harts. Poca coming in ranked 5th in the coaches poll, 4th in the AP poll. Harts in store for probably a tough contest tonight, Ron, and doesn't get any easier after this game, as you'll probably stay tuned to watch. You'll see East Bank, who is ranked 5th in the coaches poll, and I'm not sure where they are in the AP poll. Harts controls the tip, and it's a big contest tonight in the
Yeah, East Bank, I was just going to say, has a 7-1 record, and they beat this team here last week in overtime.
Fry comes up short, and Poca clears. Poca, a very deliberate team, likes to run the ball around, set their offense, and try to generate good looks under the basket. They immediately attack, though, and go underneath to number 42, Seth. Brad Napper for Harts swings it to the corner. Brad Vance open for the three, can't find it.
I watched this team once on film and watched them again in person, and one thing that they don't do is give you but one shot on offense. They're an excellent defensive rebounding team, which is the mark of a good man-to-man defense.
Yeah, Poca specializes in those categories that Ronnie just mentioned, and they also are very deliberate against zones to find a good-looking shot. Although there's a little hurry shot in the corner on the baseline by David Lyle, and Courtney Dalton will bring it up for Harts. It's Napper on the floor for the Lions. Kick out Vance to Dalton. Dalton puts it on the floor, goes to the basket, swings it to Fry. He's off the mark. Cleared away by Poca. As Ron pointed out just moments ago, Poca appears just to give Harts one shot, and one shot only, and that's been the case so far. Chabot gets the skip pass across court back to Chabot, and he'll set things up for Poca.
Got a traveling violation there on Chabot. This is a little bit different lineup than what started in the game I watched last week. He went with a taller lineup. Tonight's game, we're starting 2 guards. Figure they got enough height to match up with Harts even going with the 2 guards. Last week we went with 4 forwards.
Another change there is number 34, Dunn, also started the contest. Here's the steal by Harless. He takes the strong to the basket. It's the Dots 4 and the Lions 0. Early going here, though, 6-10 in the first quarter. Kyle Garrett's Gymnasium. Cardinal Conference, 2 of the top teams in the conference going at it tonight. Brad, double team. He's fouled.
Harts is a challenge on offense. They're trying to get it down low to Fry, trying to attack down, down in the middle, and that's going to have to come.
Another big question tonight, Ron, is all indications it's the return of junior sensation Richie McCann coming back off the injury. It's questioned to see how much playing time he'll receive this tonight in this contest. So he didn't start the game, so we don't know if he's going to be limited or if he's going to see considerable minutes.
And it's hard to tell how effective he'll be after laying off for a while. Harts finally hits the scoring column as Brad Vance chalks up.
That's good to see, Ron, because Brad has been having a tough go with the three-point shot lately, and maybe that'll do a lot for his confidence. Shooter like him's got to keep shooting to come out of the slump. Vance, inspired by it, runs down and knocks the ball out. So a little emotion. Might point out, too, Ron, by far the best crowd and the most vocal in this season.
Yeah, this is the best we've had all year. Harts is behind 4-3, 5.5 minutes to go in the first quarter.
Harless back to Chabot. He's on. It's a 2-pointer. He's way off the mark. Run down by Williamson for Harts. He'll look to push. Pass inside to Fry. He puts it on the floor. A little spin action off the glass. Can't get it. Cleared away by Poca. Yet there's another rebound by the Dots.
They just box out excellent on the defensive boards. They just don't give you very many lanes to pick up a ball out of.
Very fundamentally sound team. And that's what doesn't impress a lot of teams, Ron, when they watch Poca. They don't think they're that athletic, but they do things so fundamental. Up and in, underneath by Seth, recipient from the assist from Chabot.
Just a mental lapse there. No communication between Fry and Napper, and the turnover results in 2 points.
Dalton out front looking to operate off the dribble. Nowhere to operate. Napper finds Vance. He'll try the 3-ball. Can't get it. Cleared away by Poca again. Another rebound by the Dots. The Harts must execute and knock down, and it appears, Ron, they're going to have to get a lot of 3-pointers tonight if they're not going to be able to collapse and get any more offensive rebounds than what's showing here early. Poca gets the offensive board, and another try for Lyle. Giving 3 times and a charm. for number 42, Seth Lyle.
Now, Seth Lyle has 6 points, and Poca has an 8-3 lead with 4 minutes remaining on a running clock in the first quarter.
Another point I'd like to make, Ron, I'm not certain on this, but I would think if Poca gets the lead, that's not what you want against their kind of offense. Harts must push the issue, and the only way they can do that is maintain a lead on Poca. And they're getting themselves in a hole, and you don't want to do that against a team that's so deliberate and executes so well as the Dots.
That's right. It's hard to come back against a team that plays like that. They don't make very many mistakes.
Right now, Hart's just able to knock down 1-3. I don't know what they're shooting, maybe 1 for 6 from the floor. Jabot likes to step it in. There's a rebound by Fry, and Hart's trying to get the fast break
I talked to
underway.
Coach Kirk before the game. He indicated he was going to do some full-court pressing tonight. But, the way he presses, you've got to score before you go into the press. There's an offensive rebound, put back no good.
So finally,
Harts hasn't had any opportunities to press tonight. It'll be interesting to see when they get the pressing 2 or 3 times in a row how well Poca can handle it.
Well, I'd just like to point out, just by observing some of the junior varsity game, I was told, I didn't get here to the latter part of the game, and I was told that the Harts didn't do a lot of pressing until late in the game. And part I watched, the press was very effective against the junior varsity team. That doesn't necessarily mean that'll be the same indication against the varsity, but I'm sure Poca's not seen a press like Harts before. Not many teams press the way Harts, and here it is, Ron. Here's the pressure. There's a skip pass that Harts generally would get. So if that's the way they're going to beat it, Harts will get some turnovers, I believe, off of that. There's the miss, Ron, which is almost as good as a turnover. Force the tempo a little bit, something Poca's not used to. Maybe that can help them get out of sync. Williamson's going to try a 3-ball. He can't get it. Nice box by Dunn.
Well, they box out well, don't they?
Dunn goes down on the blocks. Nice left-handed hook by Harless. Rebound, one of the Lyle boys. Not sure which one. Hart's ball as David Lyle was banging hard on around the basket.
Now we're down to 2 minutes and 40 seconds here in the first quarter.
Definitely a Poca quarter, Ron. 8-4, 2 minutes left. That's not a typical Harts quarter they like to be involved in.
Yeah, Harts has definitely wants to score more than 4 points in a quarter. Dalton misses. Loose ball picked up by Vance.
He tries a 3. It's an air ball.
Goes up short. We got number 50 checking in, Chad Harless. Checking in for Poca.
Evidently,
he replaces Andy Newsom. Newsom's been the top gun for Poca this year. He's an excellent 3-point shooter. They haven't needed to go to that kind of attack in this game. A couple of those big guys can shoot from the outside. Jabot having a little trouble. Dishes off.
Good strong move by David Lyle from Jabot, and that was an excellent look. So
Lyle has 4 and Lyle has 6. Lyle, the 2 Lyle boys have all of Poca's points, 10-4. Under 2 minutes now in the first quarter. Harts trailing. Harts with the ball down into Fry.
Tough call there. Looked like Fry may have got lucky, Ron. Looked like good defense on the part of Seth Lyle. So Richie McCann set to check in the game. First time McCann saw action since the concussion, and he gets an ovation from the Harts fans.
Well, the crowd gives Richie a good hand, recognizing that he has been laying off for about 4 weeks due to the injury. We'll all find out together what he can do.
All the Poca players immediately observed that there could be adjustments made because McCann, probably the best one-on-one player in the half-court offense against man-to-man pressure as any player on Harts' team.
Fry shoots 2.
That's where his services could come in to play, as Fry goes very strong in that first one.
Just didn't bend his knees, real stiff that time, plumb off the mark. He'll do better this time.
Ron calls that one. As Fry converts 10-5. Here's the pressure, long pass. Poca breaks it, but Harts had their opportunity with that skip pass. Fry's got to get there. He was almost there, but not quite.
With taller players like that, you can pass over top of that press if you take your time.
McCann will try the 3. Comes up long, gets his own rebound. Loses the handle. Fry gets it. So I don't know whether you want to call it a pass or not. I don't think so. Good hustle by Fry. Ball in the middle where you want it. Dunn. There's a soft lob to Jabot, and he's going to crank it across to Dunn. In the corner, Newsom. Nice give and go from the high-low. Foul on McCann. There he goes again.
Jumping over that back.
I guess he's not going to feel any effects of that concussion as Harry Kurtz has settled down. That cost you about 6 games or 5 games earlier in the year. Same thing.
Oh, Lordy. Thought he'd learn his lesson, wouldn't he?
Got to look out front. Dunn is wide open, and he's going to try it. Doesn't get it. Now, Ron, which one did you point out? Was it Newsom you said was a good-looking shooter from outside for Poca? Oh, not going to catch that.
Wild on the pass that time into the bleachers. Got 46 seconds left to play in the first quarter. Poca 12, Harts 7. And all of Poca's points have come at the hand of Lyle. David Lyle 6, Seth Lyle 6.
Here's Newsom with the basketball. And check that, it's not Newsom. It's Harless, and he gets the basket.
Chad Harless.
14-7, it's a Poca quarter. I would have to give them credit all around here in this quarter. Probably look for McCann to break down Poca off the dribble here as the final seconds wind down here in the first period. He gets a pass to Vance, who's wide open, cannot knock it down. And that's generally in there.
Plenty of time.
And he executes at the buzzer. Hit that. Dunn, number 34 for Poca. So not a good ending of the quarter for Harts all around. Harts maybe went a little too soon, Ron, I think, on the execution. Had the good-looking shot, but probably should have waited, I think, around the 10-second mark instead of the 12-second, 14-second. So not a terrible quarter for Harts, but need a much better quarter here in the second to climb back in this one. As I pointed out, this is a team you don't want to play around with and let them get a lead on you because their style can dictate pretty much how the game's going to go. And the more opportunities they have to have a lead to work with, they're going to run the clock and execute their offense to perfection, find the kind of shots they want. Although I would point out the pressure from Harts did have its moments there. A few missed opportunities by the Lions that they should have picked up some lob passes cross court, but was unable to get the turnover. So now McCann has settled in there after a quarter of action. He's going to be in the contest. And he had a pretty shaky little beginning there as he re-entered the game and went up high above. They're almost a duplicate play of his injury earlier in the year, so he's got
real
to
quickly. Let me give the scoring here. Brad Napper has 1, David Fry 3, and Brad Banks 3 for Harts, total of 7. David Lyle, Seth Lyle 6 apiece for Poca. Chad Harless, Jonathan Dunn 2 apiece for Poca.
Fouling Dave Fry for Harts. And that'll send Myers to the line where he'll have 2 shots, I believe. 16-7. Poca in control here. Myers looking shaky on the first one. Misses both, but there's a hand by one of the Lyle boys. Dalton gets the ball, back to Napper, over to McCann. McCann spots up for the 3, got it. McCann going long and nails it. Right in the face of number 50, Harless. There's a pass, got to be grabbed by Harts, but the much taller.
They've come there every time.
Foul on Fry. That's not what Harts needs with 6'1" sophomore Chris Dalton, who's out of the contest. He's taken his turn on the entry list for Harts.
You know, there Fry probably should have tried to stood and take the charge.
There's the case in point where Harts going to have to operate with a little less manpower, and they're going to go with the smaller lineup and bring in Melvin Williamson. So Harts goes down considerably in size. is Brad Napper is going to have to go down on offense, or McCann. Still, you're looking at 5 guards, Ron, so somebody's got to sacrifice. It's either Brad Vance and Richie McCann under the basket or Brad Napper, because you got Williamson, Dalton, and Napper, all guards in the lineup. So somebody's going to have to go down. McCann's going to be one of those players.
The other thing is, I'm not sure how many quarters. Harts only has 8 players dressed tonight, I believe, and I'm not sure how many quarters Quinn Agins and Ernie Vance have put in.
Battle for the board, cleared away by Myers. Dunn puts it on the floor, a little spin action. Looking in the corner, jumper, bingo by number 50, Harless. It looks a little rough, but it rattled home, and it's 20-10, Poca on top.
Yeah, they got our score double. Could have been a double dribble there, a little.
Vance still having a tough time finding that three-point shot.
Well, they box you in on the three-pointers and box you out on the two-pointers. That time for the rebound, there's several Harts players right under the bucket, but the ball come out, you know.
Ron, I don't think it's defensively it's been that much of a deal for Harts. I think it's just offensively they're not executing very well, and that's a lot probably contribute that to Poca. But like you pointed out, Harts getting no second shots, and that's not a good philosophy against the man-to-man. Somebody's got to be able to get a rebound against the man. And Poca is shooting very well here in the second quarter.
Harless hit those two?
Yeah, number 50, Harless. McCann open again for 3. Got it! And he's going out showing his perimeter game, and they may need more of it this game. Harts has got to get
that
back.
pass again, just inside the half-court line that time. Usually it's right behind it.
Harless, Dalton under there with a good box. Courtney Dalton giving up about
big
40
rebound by
pounds.
Courtney Dalton.
Vance streaks. Block is the call on number 22, Jabot. So Hart's trying to mount a little run here. I think
it's not a shooting foul. Got blocked on the way, I guess, didn't it?
Can needs to scrape up here in the corner. Dalton.
Baseline drive, kicks it back.
McCann with the rebound, turn around. Got it. Richie McCann coming back with vengeance tonight.
They've cut the lead to 7, 22-15.
That's a charge, and that's a good call by Ron Christie. Give Courtney Dalton a heck of a lot of credit. He was late on the steal, but he got planted in time. And a lot of times, Ron, though, that's questionable because everybody thinks the offensive man needs to establish his ground to come down, but it appeared that he was already down on the floor, but there wasn't a lot of room for him to establish himself. So Harts trying to work the ball to McCann. He's got the hot hand.
Now Napper triggered the ball inbounds under his basket for the Lions. 4 minutes, 55 seconds to play here in the second quarter. Poca 22, Harts 15.
McCann spots up 3, can't get it. Little contact after the shot, no call. Harless. Ron, what's he go? About 6'4", 6'5" out here on the wing, number 50 here.
Yeah, they tell me 50's only 6'2", but he's a little bit bigger, about 6'4", I think.
He's as big as the Lyle boys. Dalton staying after it. Good job by Courtney Dalton to regain his composure there.
Yeah, that could have very easily been a turnover, but he managed to recover and get the ball back for the Lions.
Napper spots. Got it. Three-pointer. So Hart's getting back in this game, Ron, here in the second quarter.
And they've cut it to 4 points now, 22-18. We can just get that press to work one.
There it is. There should have been.
Oh, I thought it was.
Should have been. It's not. That was just